Hi, horse lovers. Welcome back. This is Shasta. She is a 9-year-old or so mustang, and she was wild for a very long time. And this is day 2 with her. So, where we left off is last night she got roped. We're just trying to make progress with her. It's a little bit unfortunate that she spent the night with a rope on, and we will get that off this day. But just to start out, all we're trying to do is untangle the rope that has gotten kind of tangled here. And so in this moment, that is my mission. And so I do have to get her to just turn the right way so she's not stepping on the rope or anything. And she is quite afraid of it, but actually a lot more desensitized than the day before, which is great. As you can see, you have to go really slow, and I'm just gently grabbing that rope to try to untangle it. And right now it is between her front legs, which sucks. So I am just trying to get her in the right position where that rope is not tangled under her legs. And then I'm going to try to put some tension on the rope to get that knot out, because that knot is dragging around and scaring her. And whatever we want to do with her today, we do need to get the knot out. So here she's not moving, so I decide to see how close she'll let me get without panicking. Moment of truth, guys. Just seeing how close she'll let me get before she is gonna move or be too uncomfortable. And that's about as close as I think I can get. But I am really glad she's standing there and tolerating it. So here you can see I went ahead and clicked her, and we are going to try and install a bridge signal or a clicker noise. And then I go ahead and offer her some food, and I will do this throughout sessions just to see if she will be even interested in the food. But at this point, she is too nervous to even think about eating food around people. So when she panics, I just drop the rope. It is all tangled up in different ways, and we just really need to get her in the right position. So that's what I'm doing here.
Good girl.
Okay, so now it's not between her legs anymore, and we just need to get her to turn the other way and have the rope in the right spot, and then I can untangle it. Something I want to point out is that I'm using my arm to get her to move, and I'm slapping it on my leg. I don't want her to be afraid of my hand going up to bump her or touch her, and so she tends to move when I put my arm up, and I like to change that and have her move when I slap my leg.
Good girl. Good. Good girl.
Moment of truth. We're going to try to untangle this here, make it as unstressful as possible. She's quite panicked about this touching her legs, so I'm trying to keep it up high. And we've almost got enough tension on her rope there to get almost all of that out. And then in that last moment here, she panics and it touches her legs. And then she kicks it up over her back. And I go ahead and leave it there and give her a break. Guys, we take tons and tons of breaks and we have to work with her pretty much all day this day. I think we worked with her on and off for about 4 hours. Maybe 2, but guys, it's just a ton of footage, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of what we worked on. So what we did next was I went back in and we're just putting some pressure on the rope, and the goal is to just have her either lower her head or bring her head towards us. We're not having a lot of luck getting her to face us, and part of that is her leg injury. So me and Tabitha worked on the same thing. Now, if she does move forward to that pressure, we just keep the same amount of pressure until she stops, because at the very least, when you put pressure on a rope, we at least like her to stand still. And she had a ton of exercise the day before, so she's quite tired, and it was suggested to us to really just try to get as close as possible and see what we could do today. But our goal with her is just that when we put some pressure on the rope, that she turns her head towards us, not away, or puts it down slightly. And this will help us later, and you'll see that. When the horse can lower its head and also just not run off when we put some pressure on a rope, we're teaching her to stand still when she feels pressure or come towards us, even though it is baby steps and it is not a whole step towards us. You will see that Tabitha did try to push farther forward here at the end, and that doesn't quite work out for us. I think we pushed a little too hard and we were getting some response, so we should take what little response we can get rather than escalating the situation and losing the horse. So this is really lovely, just that moment there where she really turns towards us. We're going to build on that to hopefully having her fist bump with us or sniff our hand. And you'll see that in some other episodes, but this is just part of this second day here. And not to worry, I will go ahead and just put the next episode right up so you don't have to wait. You can go see it right now. And some cool stuff happened there. We definitely made a lot of progress. We also, of course, got this rope off of her. It wasn't intended to be on there overnight. It's just that it got dark and we couldn't get it off that day. So we're just doing the best that we can with the tools that we have to try to help this horse. And I do just want to stress that this is not a tutorial. Don't ever go work with a wild horse without a professional's help. And it takes a ton of timing and feel and safety. And it can be dangerous for you and the horse if you don't know what you're doing. Tabitha is being overseen by me and a few other professionals, and we're working on her timing and safety and everything. But it can be difficult even for professionals to get your timing right. You just really want to do things right, or you can teach the horse the exact opposite of what you wanted to teach them with negative reinforcement. Or in some cases, here, positive punishment because she's so afraid of the items and the pressure that we are putting. But we have to move forward and try to get her handled. And here, that is so close that she is kind of engaging and turning her head towards us. We need her to kind of stop checking out all the time. So she really gives us 2 eyes here, and that's beautiful. And then, again, I'm going to point out that we wanted to have some tension on the rope if she moves, just so she goes ahead and stops. But things go a little bit south in the end here. I think that Shasta had had enough, and then Tabitha was just pushing as hard as she possibly could to pull. And what she's trying to do is get her to face up or take a step into the circle. Um, so here's when she really starts that. And now I did advise her, don't let that rope get caught up. Make sure it stays like straight out behind you because that is a big safety thing with laureates. They are a stiff rope and they can easily get little circles in them and wrap around you or get caught. And they are pretty dangerous if you're not careful. So you really have to watch where your rope is. So here she turns towards, but then she pulls back pretty hard. So Tabitha's like, okay, let's continue that. And then I think she does just start pushing to try to get the step. But the thing is, when she does move forward, she does actually take a step into the track. And so, therefore, we should relieve the pressure. But she's just trying to get a real step. And then it is difficult with the lariat around her neck because that's not really the best place to be getting a horse to give to pressure. For one thing, it chokes her a little bit, and so she can start to panic as things go on. And so it's just not the best. I would prefer having a rope on her, but this is just what we had that day, and we needed to see if we could get a little farther. And so again, she almost takes a step in. I would have relieved the pressure at that point, but I had told her to keep the pressure on if she moves, and then to keep the pressure on to try to push to get a step. But I think she kind of gave it to us there and that we should have let go. But our goal was to get her to actually turn in and face us. And she really refuses to do that. I think a big part of that is her leg injury, protecting it, and also having trouble moving off of her forehand, her front legs, and then stepping sideways and doing lateral movements like disengaging the hindquarters, turning in little circles. That's going to be really difficult for her, guys, because she's got a sore leg that she doesn't want to put weight on or a ton of weight on. And so she's not going to want to do those things. She's also going to want to protect that injury at all costs from sight or view from us. But then again, a lot of Mustangs just, this is the toughest part, is getting them to face us or come towards us. And so Tabitha's trying really hard here, but I went ahead and told her to just give her a break because we can't be choking her. And to me, that rope was getting really tight and she was starting to panic. So this is kind of how it all ended because then the rope was on her when she let go. And please join us next time. We make a lot of progress with Shasta. And so hopefully you can follow along. Definitely check back on the first episode if you want a background on Shasta and a little bit more about what she's been through and what we're doing here. But yeah, thanks for watching, and just be sure to subscribe so that we can help more horses like Shasta and educate people on how to be good horse